From America's farm to Fort Capitol and some of the richest farmland in the world, it's time for What's in Season with Michael Marks. Sponsored by Meals on Wheels Sacramento County and powered by SMUD.
Welcome to What's in Season with Michael Marks. What an exciting show we have for you today. Oh my goodness, June is such a busy month. You got Father's Day, you've got picnics, you got summer picnics, you got all kinds of things. We're going to talk about grilling. Oh my goodness, I have a guest with me. You're going to love his Papa flavor. You're going to absolutely love his seasonings. Plus, we got something going on in California. What is it? Oh yeah, FIFA World Cup. Oh my goodness, right here in California. Let's talk to a world-class soccer player right here from the Sac Republic. We're going to have fun with Ryan as well. Mandy Bottoms is here with us today doing something with grilling, maybe food, maybe steak. I don't know what she's doing, but we'll find out. Dr. Chelsea Azarkan is here with us today also, and we're going to be talking about summer heat and hydration, how important that is. And then we're going to end up on the grill with Chef Julio. Oh my goodness, we're going to have fun with some skirt steak and some chimichurri. So let's go ahead and get started right down here. I love, if you're going to do kebabs, I love making a grilling kebab buffet. So this is easy to do. Just prep things ahead of time. We start with some onions. You got to have onions on a kebab. So we're just simply going to cut these and quarter them. That's all you have to do with those. You're going to have some squash on there, some zucchini squash. Now for zucchini squash, what are you going to do? You're going to do a coin cut? No, it will melt. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to do what's called a oblique cut or a roll cut. You just back and forth you go, and you have these wonderful, nice oblique cuts on the squash. We're going to have some beautiful mushrooms on there. Just all you got to do is take these mushrooms, cut them in half. That's all you have to do with them. Also, I love to use the brown top mushrooms. Have some peppers in there. And then I'm going to have some corn. Check out this corn. Here's what I do with corn. Corn goes in there. Butter goes in there. Put a couple ice cubes in here, just like that. That way it steams as it's on the grill. So do that. Oh, I got some potatoes here. What am I going to do with these potatoes? A little bit of olive oil on these potatoes. And let's see, I need to bring in Alan Pimber. Alan, come on over here. Oh my goodness, because you have all these wonderful flavors. You actually started this for your dad with low sodium. Tell us some of the products that you have.
Yeah. So it started out with my Papa flavor line, which is all natural, low sodium, low to no sugar, gluten-free this, vegan-friendly that. That was the one that started for my dad. And then we took it one step further and we came out with the all flavor line, which are the top 7 of our flavors that have 0 salt or sugar added.
Nice, I like that.
So this is great for people that need to control their salt and sugar, but it's also great for chefs because they want to use their own bougie salts and sugars, right?
Yep.
So, and then we get over to the Barely Legal line where all bets are off. I can do whatever I want, but because of my palate, it tends to still be much cleaner than everything else. And yes, Michael, it's very clean labels. You can read everything that's on here.
Nice. So there's not a ton of ingredients that you can't read. So lightning round for you.
Yes, sir.
What am I putting on my veggies? Just name a couple of them.
So my Bougie Steakhouse is so universal. It's great on all kinds of proteins, but it is amazing on vegetables. And what I like to do is I like to bump it up, the citrus just a little bit with a little bit of my lemon garlic twist.
Love it, love it. Where do you come up with your names? You have the craziest names. Name off some of the names that you have for your flavors.
So Bougie Steakhouse, my Barely Hot because it's really not that hot, and the whole bear thing. Here Piggy Piggy is my pork rub, here Piggy Piggy. So yeah, I've got some pretty.
You must
pretty
wake up in the middle of the night and say, oh, that's a good name, I'll use that one.
Yes, I've got some pretty crazy ones, absolutely.
Where can we find your products, or where can we find you online?
So yeah, online at papaflavor.com, that's Papa with a W. Papaflavor.com, and then we're always at the Midtown Farmers Market on Saturdays, and then Fowler Ranch Farmers Market on Sundays. However, we are in 80 different stores, locations. Please visit our website on our available at location, and you can see all the different locations, a lot of different Ace Hardwares, Rayleigh's Bel Airs,
right.
Save Mart.
And you are going to love Papa Bear's stuff. Oh my goodness, it's going to be great. Hey, don't go away. Coming up, we've got Ryan from the Sac Republic. He's going to talk to our kids about, nutrition. Don't go away. Well, World Cup is taking on California. 104 matches in 16 cities in 3 host countries, Canada, United States, and Mexico. 42 teams right here in California, of course, Santa Clara and Los Angeles. So we thought we would talk a little bit about soccer. Who should we talk about? Sac Republic. Come on, Ryan Spalding. Come on over here. Oh, my goodness. We wanted to talk nutrition with you. First of all, do you have any idea how many calories you expend during a game? I mean, you've got to go through a ton of calories.
Yeah, so I would say 90-minute game, I plan and kind of train around expending about 2,000 calories.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So you got to prepare for that, right?
I have to, of course.
Yeah, so I hear you're a foodie.
I'm a foodie. I love food.
Yeah. Well, you're in Sacramento, farm to table
capital
of the world, right here in Sacramento. So tell us a little bit about your nutrition. What do you go through? I mean, I can't see you eating pizzas every day and burgers every day. What are you eating every day?
Yeah, so usually in the morning for breakfast, I'll do kind of like a quicker carb, a fruit, applesauce, maybe like whole grain oat bar, that kind of vibe, especially before training. You don't have a ton of time to like get everything going in there. So it's more like what can we get quick energy out of?
Right.
I love a date. I'll do a date a lot. I'll do like 2 or 3 dates before, especially like with my coffee. I'll do like a little Americano or cold brew with honey in it or maple syrup, and then get a little dates going. So just kind of that quick acting, quick sugar, carb, that kind of stuff. And then after training is really when you're needing to like replenish
fuel after game, after training.
Yeah, exactly, because you're expending a lot of energy, burning a lot of calories. So pretty quickly you're trying to get those carbs back in, those good healthy fats back in, some protein. Usually we have a nice like array of food here for us after training, but if I need to get like that quick protein, I'll do like a little protein shake. And then my like go-to, my kind of like, if I can do this every time, just a nice rice with chicken and avocado. Honestly, I love rice. You can ask all these guys on this team. It's like, what is Ryan doing? I'm eating rice. Like we go on these away trips and you can just buffet style, whatever. I'm filling up my place with rice. Just getting those carbs, honestly.
So let's talk about fruits and vegetables. Are you fruit and vegetable heavy?
I love all fruits, honestly. Like that's kind of my favorite thing. I'll just go to the store and just kind of see what's looking good. I love a mango, kiwi, banana, blueberries. Like I'm doing it all, and that's kind of stuff that you can just snack on throughout the day. So like whenever I'm feeling a little bit hungry, I'm like, oh, okay, what do I want? I'll do a kiwi and a banana and a date, like something like that, and just kind of get things going. But honestly, I love a fresh fruit. Like you really can't complain.
You can't get away without asking you, what's your favorite fruit and favorite vegetable? I know you love them all.
Favorite fruit, favorite vegetable. I think for fruit, I'm gonna go kiwi.
Okay.
Just out of
healthiest fruit grown on planet Earth.
Is that right?
Kiwi fruit. It's like a vitamin pill with a little fuzz.
And it's delicious. I'm doing it with the skin on too. Like
proud of you, Ryan. Yes.
Yeah, I'm loving that. Vegetable. Honestly, I love like a roasted carrot. Like with my rice, like you can't go wrong.
So sweet.
It's just so nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you could be watching a lot of the matches for FIFA World Cup.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. 100%.
And we wish you well, Sac Republic this year.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ryan Spalding from Sac Republic with us today. Oh my goodness, what a great time! Thank you so much. That was so cool. Coming up, we're going to have Mandy Bottoms, Ag in the Classroom, a segment just for kids. Oh my goodness, that was so much fun with Ryan from the Sac Republic. Wow, that was great. Especially talking to the kids. Now we're going to talk to our kids about picnics and food safety. I've often said, moms, dads, the 2 most important things you can do for food safety. Number 1, buy a ton of ice, right? because ice is cheap. Food poisoning is not cheap, but ice is cheap. Keep cold things cold. And the second thing, make sure all the kids and the dads wash their hands before they come to the picnic table. You have a food safety just for kids from farm to fork. Tell us about that.
Yes, so I would love to share this with you, and then we'll actually do an activity together to test for food safety. And you're right, food safety definitely is important at picnics, but it actually starts all the way back at the farm. So every person along that supply chain has an important responsibility to keep our food safe. And a lot of times there's a lot we can control in our own homes or our own backyards or wherever we are celebrating the summer. So there's a lot of great activities in here, and anyone can download this from our website.
What's it called?
It's called Food Safety from Farm to Fork, and it's at learnaboutag.org. And some of the fun activities in here, we have a board game where students get to move forward when they make smart food safety choices, but they have to go backwards if they make a wrong choice. There's activities where you actually go to a picnic and they are given different scenarios and you're trying to figure out what caused the foodborne illness.
Ooh, somebody didn't cook it well enough, right?
That could be. It's the fruit juice, I'll tell you that.
Oh. So, you left the fruit juice out for more than 4 hours and the bacteria count went through the roof.
Yeah, and there's a whole thing on what temperature you need to cook meat to, because it's different depending on what kind of meat you're cooking. So I think a lot of people don't realize that, but when kids grow up and get older, they're going to have to know that to keep their own family safe. So a lot of great things in here. We are going to do one of them together.
Okay.
Very simple activity, very simple materials. All you need is Ziploc bags and some white bread, preferably without a ton of preservatives in it. So I kind of got a little bit of fancy bread to try to avoid that, because bread is the perfect place to actually grow bacteria.
We can grow bacteria?
We can grow our own bacteria. It is slightly moist, it is a pretty neutral pH, and also has those carbs that bacteria love to eat, the sugars, so it can thrive there. So what you're going to do at home is you will take just a piece of plain white bread, and then you will look around, and Michael has a really clean kitchen, but you're going to think, where might some of that bacteria be living? Because I'm going to try to capture some of it. This is going to be like a little petri dish for us. We're going to try to capture it.
So I'm thinking maybe the dish towel that we've dried a whole bunch of things on.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yep,
so
you're just going to wipe it on that surface. I'm going to go for this, the handle of your microwave here. That seems kind of a place where they might like to congregate. And then you're going to put it in a Ziploc bag, and you're going to seal it in there. And once it's sealed, your child or you can make observations about it, but you probably shouldn't open it, because you're going to see some bacteria growing in here pretty shortly.
Really?
And I think we should test and put one of ours in a dark place and maybe one in a light place, and we'll see which one can grow the most bacteria.
So when you say a short period of time, how long? You talking a day or half a day?
It depends on how many preservatives
hours?
are in your bread, but if it's a low preservative bread, it's probably 3 to 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, and we will test it, and then we'll show your audience who's grew what, and we'll get to
goodness.
see.
Oh, that would be fun.
And then the whole point of that is for kids to be aware that there is bacteria everywhere. That's why we wash things. That's why we keep things separate when we're cooking. But not all bacteria is necessarily bad. So it gets bad if it has time to grow to a point where it can make you sick. So that's why we try to clean regularly and thoroughly. So.
Okay, and use a clean dish towel more than once a week. Once a month. Mandy, thank you so much for being with us today, talking about food safety, one of the most important things. Priority one, people, especially when you're out at a picnic. Thanks for joining us. Hey, coming right up, we're going to have Dr. Chelsea Azarkan's going to be here. We're going to talk about heat and hydration. Well, it is June. First day of summer happens in June. What else happens in June? The sun is out a lot, and a lot of people get sunburned, right? Dr. Chelsea Azarkan is with us to talk about sun safety and the importance of hydration, especially in the summertime.
Yeah, so we all know put on sunscreen, drink water, but today we're going to talk about some nuances of that maybe you haven't thought through. So we're going to start with putting on sunscreen. Sunscreen blocks the sun's UV rays because those can cause something called ionizing radiation, which can Yeah, fancy way of saying inflammation. It can damage our cells, and we don't want that, right? So we put on sunscreen, but we also need some of those UV rays for various health processes in our body, including making vitamin D, which is essential for immune function and heart health. So one of the things is we want to find a sweet spot between sun exposure and sunburn. So we may want to spend a few minutes in the sun without sunscreen, but you don't want to tip over into sunburn. So that time is going to vary based on your skin type. Good rule of thumb is around 20 minutes, maybe a little bit less if you have a lighter skin type, maybe a little bit longer if you have a darker skin type.
Now my son Lincoln, he always checks out the UV numbers, right? Before he goes out.
And that's going to be another factor that could impact how quickly you sunburn. So a little bit of sun exposure, but we don't want to get sunburned. Good sunscreen is essential, but a lot of sunscreens are made with chemicals that can disrupt our hormones and may even increase cancer processes in our body. They've been found to be harmful for our environment. So when I'm choosing a sunscreen, I like to choose a zinc oxide-based sunscreen. This relies on a naturally occurring mineral that's going to soak up the UV rays and convert them into little tiny heat particles that are harmless. Now, a lot of people don't like zinc-based sunscreen because it can be very chalky, very thick, very white. I'm actually wearing zinc-based sunscreen right now. So it can be pulled off where you don't look like a ghost, but sometimes it takes a little practicing and playing around with it. And then our third consideration for sun safety is there's actually antioxidants in nature that can help protect you from the effects of the sun from the inside out. Now, it's not a replacement for sunscreen, but a lot of people like to add this into their lifestyle when they're spending a lot of time in the sun. Yeah. So the most studied one is called astaxanthin. And astaxanthin, it can be taken supplementally or is found in marine foods like wild-caught salmon, seaweed. So throw in some fish on the grill in the summer, things like that. So that's our sun safety. And then we have, of course,
hydration. That's so important. And it's very interesting in the summertime. That's when we get all of the produce that has a ton of water in it, like grapes and melons and peaches, and they also have potassium in them too. That's good for us.
Right, a lot of water and a lot of electrolytes. So we're spending time in the sun. We know we're losing water. A lot of people don't think we're also losing minerals. And so if we take electrolytes in the summer, that's not only going to help replenish the minerals and things that we're losing, but it actually helps take the hydration and move it into cells. So we're getting deeply hydrated and getting the hydration where we want it.
Nice. So you got a watermelon drink that you're...
We do, because a lot of those electrolytes out there are filled with sugar, artificial colors. So we're going to make one with produce products. So we've got a cup of coconut water, which is a good source of, do you know?
You know.
Potassium, I know, potassium. So that's one of our key electrolytes. We're gonna add to this a little bit of sea salt. You can put a pinch in there. This is gonna be our sodium, right? Another important electrolyte. And then we want it to taste good. So we're gonna add some fruit. You can add some watermelon in here. Ooh. I picked watermelon because watermelon, it's got some potassium as well. It's also a great source of magnesium, which is another important electrolyte. But you could do other summer fruits in here. And then you can immersion blend that if you want. You can let it sit for a while and let the watermelon kind of break down.
Can I muddle it?
So you can muddle it however you prefer. And then you're just going to take a sip of that and you've got a homemade electrolyte drink for summer.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us. Sun safety and hydration, muy importante for especially June when we have summer.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for being with us. Hey, coming up, Chef Julio is in the house. What's he making? We'll find out. Well, leave it to Chef Julio Camberos Jr. to take us to the grill. We've got the skirt steak marinating. We've got the veggies. I approve of the veggies, Chef Julio. And we're going to have a chimichurri sauce on this.
We're going to make a chimichurri.
Tell us how you made that chimichurri.
So the way I make the chimichurri, I actually use cilantro. So chimichurri is originally Argentinian style. I make it more California style. So all chopped cilantro with a good amount. Say one bunch of cilantro, half a cup of garlic.
Ooh,
so it's a lot of
okay.
garlic. And then the juice of 1 lemon, and then about a good teaspoon of red chili flakes.
Oh, I like that.
And then a fresh oregano in there, just about, a tablespoon or so, because the majority is the cilantro. It's just going to be perfumed with the oregano.
And that's going to go on top of our skirt
It's going
steak.
to go on top of the skirt steak, and of course, extra virgin olive oil to make it drizzle.
Okay, well, let's head out to the grill, okay? Meet us at the grill, everybody. All right, Chef Julio, you're out at the grill here.
All right.
You got the meat, I got the veggies. So on the veggies, you want the skin side down on these
Skin side down on the red
peppers, right?
peppers, yeah, so they get a nice char.
Nothing like being out at the grill, huh?
Yeah, especially in the summer,
And the grill doesn't take that long, right?
and easy to clean.
Yeah.
So the skirt steak doesn't take very long, maybe 5 minutes or so. It just depends on how rare you want it. It's pretty tender. I put a nice marinade on it.
What's in your marinade, Chef?
I put Pacifico cerveza. That's mandatory. Onion, garlic.
I'll take your plate.
A little soy sauce. Just a touch of Worcestershire. And a little Bailey. And actually a few squeezes of lime.
Skirt steak, inside or outside?
Outside's going to be the most tender. Usually at the grocery store, they only carry inside. And the reason why is because the inside is whiter, it's a little tougher. The outside is less, there's less of them, and they're just smaller, and they're just very tender.
Okay. We could do any meat here, right? It doesn't
You
have
can
to
do
be
any
skirt
meat.
steak.
You can do anything. The grill is going to be for something you cook quick and very hot.
By the way, on your chimichurri sauce, I saw some yellow stuff in there, Chef. You added something in there. What was it?
Yes, I added mango to the chimichurri. It gives it just a little sweetness, but it really complements the savory for the meat.
Asparagus, if you have asparagus on the grill, once the asparagus loses its shine, it's done. If you leave it on the grill, it's going to continue to cook, and that's not a good thing. You're going to end up with mushy asparagus, right?
And I really like grilling vegetables on the grill. They cook very quick. A little olive oil, salt, and pepper, and you're done. And they get lots of flavor.
Okay, let's let that sit for a minute, and we'll be right back and check it out. All right, my veggies are done. How's your steak coming along
Looking
there,
good. These
Chef?
are right, ready to roll. Nice char on them.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
We're ready
Chef,
to go.
I got my veggies
Vegetables,
down.
there you go. And then we'll just place a few of these little skirt steaks on top here.
Don't forget the chimichurri.
Of course not. So we're gonna put that right there. And then, of course, we're gonna drizzle with the chimichurri.
Oh, my
right on
goodness.
top of the meat.
With the mango.
With the mango, all that deliciousness. And then I just finished with a little bit of balsamic reduction. And there you go.
Chef, this is perfect. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for joining us as well. And we will see you next time.